Please welcome Jesse down. Come on down.
So I had finally met who I thought was a really great guy. He had a great head of hair and a great sense of humor and great style, and he was tall, like objectively tall, not just tall compared to me. And I know this isn't part of the story, but just for the record, since we're recording, he was smart, but like never beat me at a game of Scrabble, and I think that that's important for you all to know. And things were going really well. We had been dating for a few months, and then suddenly, out of the blue, he ghosts me. Yeah, bummer, right? One day he's sending me Guy Fieri memes, and the next it's just a deafening silence. So slap that on a pancake, am I right? When we met, I was on the cusp of quitting a toxic job and taking some time off to travel. And I was planning on hiking the Camino de Santiago, which is a long-distance trail that goes through some of the beautiful rolling countryside of Spain. And he had been really supportive of me and even excited for me because, you see, the summer before, he had actually extensively traveled through the exact same region of Spain. So he was giving me all these pointers about where to stay and what to do. But unlike me, who was on foot, he was part of a bus tour group. And so he talked about how he went all over the country, but just never really had enough time to spend in any one place. And he described a story of going to a city I was really excited to visit, which is called Bilbao. It's home to the Guggenheim Museum, the only other one outside of New York City. And he describes getting there by bus, only having enough time to literally run to the museum, take a selfie outside of it, run back to the bus, hop on, and leave. So a few weeks later, I'm on my trip, and I walk into Bilbao. I'm at around 100 miles by now. And it is a breathtaking city, okay? It's on a river on the northern coast of Spain. You can see the ocean, and the Guggenheim is fantastic. I spend an entire day inside that museum, and I think I need more time. But I also cannot stop thinking about how someone could travel that far and not even step foot inside the museum. So I'm not a petty person, but I've had a lot of time to think. And as I walk through the gift shop, I think, I'm gonna get him back. So I buy a postcard, and all I write on it are 3 simple words. You missed out. Now, was I talking about me or the museum? Like, we don't know. It doesn't really matter. You can leave that up for interpretation. And I don't even sign it. So cryptic, mysterious, cool. And hell hath no fury like a woman ghosted, because I worked hard for this revenge. I knew his address from taking some Ubers there while we dated, but I didn't know his exact apartment number. So instead of exploring the beautiful countryside of Spain, I'm spending over an hour on Google looking up his apartment complex's floor plan and then studying, okay, I think I went up the elevator to the third floor, and then I took a right, and then I took a left. I think that's his apartment. So you want to make sure it gets there after all this trouble, right? So I pop it in the mailbox, and international mail takes a really long time. So I'm on my merry way, continuing my adventure, and I just kind of forget all about the postcard. But the universe does not, and it actually one-ups me, because the day I get home, one of my best friends from college calls me, and she is giddy with excitement, because she works at the same company as the guy who ghosted me, and guess who's been assigned to one of her customer accounts? And guess who has a meeting that week in their office together? So she goes into the office, and I want to add a little color about my friend Emily. She is someone who's like, if she's with you, she's ride or die, and if you cross her, you should be terrified, because she is brutal and absolutely shameless. So she is texting me a play-by-play of this meeting, and I want you to picture this. She's in a conference room with like 10 of their colleagues, some of whom haven't met. And someone asks for the icebreaker if they have a fun fact about themselves. And so my friend Emily raises her hand and says, I have a fun fact. Ethan over here dated my friend Jesse recently. Yeah, I'm like embarrassed for him, but like he kind of deserved it. So anyways, Ethan apparently turns bright red and goes, oh my God, you know Jesse? And then he says, I feel so bad. And she goes, well, why do you feel bad? Is it because you ghosted her a few months ago? And at this point, everyone in the conference room is just aghast at what is happening. She's texting me this. I'm texting her, stand down. You're going to get reported to HR for harassment. You do not need to leave your job over this. Justice has been served, my friend. So she brushes it off and says, don't worry, I won't hold it against you professionally. And then they continue the meeting. A few weeks after that, I get a text message. And this is what the text message says. Hey there, just got your postcard. Well played. Between finally meeting your friend Emily at work and getting that postcard, I think the universe and my guilty conscience really wanted me to apologize. That was pretty uncool of me to do, and I'm really sorry that I was such an asshole. So, I think the moral of the story is, if you ever decide to ghost someone, which you definitely shouldn't, hopefully you have the guts to deal with when they come back to haunt you. Thank you.
Jesse.